Hi guys, welcome to week 8. The first question is, rapport is so important for our students with EBD. So when we're working with them, we need to make sure that we're genuine in establishing a strong rapport. How can we as educators begin to establish this level of rapport? So it was mentioned in the lecture video that without intervention, behavior won't improve. There's a higher dropout rate, lower employment, and etc. So it's important to make sure that, first of all, that the student and the parents are on board with the teachers. And this may include like looking into therapy such as group, family, play, behavioral, and or medical therapy. There are also the wraparound services or therapeutic support services that teach the parents what to do in the situations when their students are acting up. It was also mentioned in our lecture video that it's important to meet the students where they're at and to have patience with the students. They can tell who's being genuine and who's not. So just making sure that you're actually like letting them know that you're there to help them and that you really do care. Pick your battles, give students more positives rather than giving them negatives, just encouraging them and acknowledging when their behavior is good, when they're doing things that are correct. Being flexible with students, just gaining their trust and respect and being very clear with them when you want them to do a task, just being very direct and giving them time to think and process and respond, which was called wait time. That was the first question. The second question is, pick either positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, or negative punishment, and then give your own example. So I said negative reinforcement. When you're in the car and you don't have your seatbelt on, the little alarm or beeping is going off. And this reminds us to put on our seatbelt so the beeping goes away. This is a removal of the aversive stimulus to increase the likelihood of behavior occurring in the future. So in order for that beeping to stop, we're going to want to put on our seatbelts to get rid of it, which is a negative reinforcement because it's reinforcing behavior, but it's taking away the stimulus. And then for the final question, describe what FBA and BIP are and say how and why they're used. FBA is functional behavior assessment. This is used in behaviors affecting the learning of the student or the learning of their peers, and it's used more of a last resort. There are 4 functions of behavior that are looked at. There's tangible, sensory, escape, and attention. So it's important for the teacher to narrow down what function is being associated with the student's behavior and just collecting background information on the student, observing them, using like ABC data, putting together and forming a hypothesis to get them the help that they need. And then BIP comes into play, this behavioral intervention plan. You take everything you learn in the FBA, you take that data, which asks the question, why is the student doing this? And the BIP is in place to take action. This is what we're going to do about it. So come up with goals, teach ways to cope, teach a student like when to engage, teach student ways to not engage in bad behavior, give them substitutes and replacements in order to do this. The BIP is a legal document that the school is obligated to follow, and it must be signed by the parents before it's implemented, which is nice too for the schools because each teacher is on board, so wherever the student's at in the school, they are being held accountable for their actions, which is good. And yeah, overall the BIP is just to figure out a way to respond to the child's good and bad behavior alike. So yeah, that's how and why they're used, and I think that's it. Thanks guys.